Why is the data protection industry great to be in right now?
The data protection industry is a great place to be right now because you've heard in the news about data breaches, people making mistakes with data, and obviously new regulation means that businesses now have got to take the possession and the protection and the usage of people's data very seriously. Every business in the UK is affected, which makes it a great growth market.
The deadline for GDPR passed on 25th of May, so where is the opportunity moving forward?
It wasn't really a deadline on the 25th of May. What it was the law came into effect in April 2016, but it became enforced on the 25th of May, and everybody sort of saw this as the Y2K, that there was a deadline, and if it didn't happen, the world was going to end. And the real truth of it was just the day the law came into force. As I go about my daily business, I meet many companies who don't understand legislation, particularly GDPR, and they've done nothing about it. GDPR is a journey. You don't just become compliant and stay there. As your business evolves, your GDPR compliance needs to evolve with it.
So is it just about GDPR?
Is it just about GDPR? No. GDPR is a very important piece of legislation currently, but also coming into force on the same day was the Data Protection Act 2018, replacing its predecessor, the Data Protection Act of 1998. You've also got things like ISO 27001, which is Information Systems Management, but also it's about teaching good practice, not just saying you must comply to the regulation. And the analogy I can use is when you take your driving lessons, you then go for a driving test. You have convinced someone for about 25 minutes that you can drive, but the real truth of it is you can't, because you have no experience, you have no reality of what the dangers lie ahead. And compliance is very much the same. We can bring you to compliance, but it's a question of educating your people, your employees, your contractors, your suppliers about how they help you stay compliant.
Are all the engagements one-off, or are there ongoing revenues?
The majority of engagements are not one-off. Yes, there'll be an initial engagement. This is then followed by services such as Data Protection Officer as a service, where you become their virtualised Data Protection Officer, helping them continue with their compliance journey. There'll be regular training, regular audits that need to be carried out. So in 85% of cases, there will be ongoing revenue.
Do you provide training, and is this one-off or ongoing?
Training is both one-off and ongoing. Initially, when you buy a franchise, then we will obviously make sure that you fully understand how the franchise system works, how our documents work, and obviously we'll also work with you to make sure that you qualify through the GDPR Foundation course and the GDPR Practitioner course. You'll know exactly what you need to do and have a full understanding of the legislation and the impact it'll have on businesses. We won't let you out there and say we're very happy that you can position us correctly, and there will be ongoing field support as a franchisee. We're here to help you.
Will I get field support?
Yes, you will get field support because we've obviously, as I said with the driving lesson analogy, yes, you can drive, you've got a license, but we have to help experience, and we therefore bring our experience to your sales and marketing process. So there'll be constant in-field support, joint visits, joint marketing campaigns. We'll come out and just spend the day with you to make sure that you're comfortable, you're happy, and if you want to do role plays, to make sure you're comfortable positioning, and there'll be quarterly refresher training for everybody.
So, can I make a living as a data protection consultant?
Yes, you can make a living as a data protection consultant. My own business, which is a data protection consultancy, has been very successful in a short space of time and has impressed many people with its growth, which is why we've chosen to franchise, to give us the national expansion we require. Whilst every franchise area is different, we'll be happy to discuss potential earnings with you.
So Howard, how do I find out more?
Well, first of all, thank you for taking time to watch us today and for visiting our website. If you'd like to find out more, there's a contact us page where you can send us your details and we'll come back to you within 24 hours. There's also an optional questionnaire you can fill in to tell us a little bit more about you, so we can understand what your ambitions are in relation to a franchise.